you so much, sir, for joining into our interview session. As you told me that BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus is set up new and you are looking after the campus and many responsibility given to you. So how has been your initiative and journey so far, especially in Hyderabad?
BITS Pilani is a multi-locational university. I have been with this university for 4 decades. I started my career as a student. Then I became a professor. I became dean, deputy director of university industry linkages. And when there was a request from government of Andhra Pradesh to start a new campus in Hyderabad, I have taken the initiatives with the blessings of late Shri K.K. Birla and state government of Andhra Pradesh. We have started this campus in 2008. In a matter of 4 to 4.5 years, we have established today a very big campus with 18 lakh square feet built up area in 200 acres. We run 13-degree programs at undergraduate level in engineering science, pharmacy, computer science, and postgraduate programs in engineering, pharmacy, biotechnology, and also PhD programs. It is something unusual that in a matter of 2 to 3 years, you start engineering and science at undergraduate, postgraduate and PhD level. And we have done that in Hyderabad campus. So today we have around 2,900 students here. Around 100 people are doing their PhD, 200 people are doing their post-graduation, remaining 2,600 are undergraduate students. The first batch has graduated in 2012. We had recently our convocation.
How has been the response to the PhD enrollment?
So the PhD program has an excellent response. Today we have PhD students in almost all science and some engineering disciplines. We also have sponsored research and development grants, sponsored R&D to the tune of 20 crores from various governmental and non-governmental funding agencies.
So you came to this event, eINDIA has been organizing. How has been your experience with the event? Are you happy with the kind of deliberation took place? Is it the good idea for an interaction, the speakers and the experts to come together? Does it catalyze the process of next movement forward?
I am extremely happy about this event, eINDIA. In fact, my motivating factor is in the month of July, I attended the World Summit conducted by ELETS. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. That is why when I received this invitation, I readily agreed. And today, our particular session is on transformatory practices for the preparation of engineers for knowledge economy. Was really excellent. I had very eminent speakers like Professor U.B. Desai from IIT Hyderabad and many other vice chancellors in the audience. So we had an excellent session as to how to transform the practices. Essentially, we concluded that there should be a curriculum redesign. There is a big mismatch between what the universities are producing and what the industries require. To match or to bridge that gap, there are several initiatives to be taken like curriculum design, faculty development, pedagogical methods and engineering practice through internship programs. Especially in this connection I would like to mention, BITS has been conducting a program called Practice School for the last 40 years. It has started as an experiment by sending 12 students to an industry with 4 faculty members to Hindalco Renikot in Uttar Pradesh. What has started as an experiment in the year 1972 with a batch of 12 students, today it has grown into a huge network of 4,000 students participating in 400 industries both in India and abroad. So this has been very well received by both national and international agencies. And every student attending this internship program is paid out of pocket allowance.
Are you happy with the kind of engineering education we are providing? Because there have been gaps. We are producing a large number of engineers, but probably we are not able to provide them with the quality education and the kind of jobs they must be getting in the market. That shortcoming, how we can fulfill?
I agree with you. There is a huge gap, as I mentioned earlier, between what is required and what is being produced. That's why I said there should be an overhaul that is needed. Rather, we have to now look for quantum changes, not for incremental changes. So, as mentioned, if we have to do, I think all the universities who are involved in this and regulatory agencies must brainstorm as to what should be done. So, regulatory agencies must give freedom for people to experiment, for people to innovate. They should become enablers, not the inspectors. So, only when we bring in that freedom, then innovation can thrive. So, very good products will be produced. Especially the today's student is having very good exposure to digital technology, and he wants real challenges. He has to be challenged. So you have to really look at that particular aspect of the student, your content, your pedagogy, and your engineering practice. All these things should be able to cater to the needs of the students. There is a lot of space where you can accommodate all these things because of the advancement in ICT technologies.
On the quality part, although we have very good engineering colleges, universities, we have IIMs, but we are still not in the top 150 colleges or university in the world. Our PhD, which is a research section, somehow lacking a lot. Even our former president, Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, has spoken about it. Since you are an educationist, you have been in the education sector from a very different time as a student to the academia, now to in the administrative role. Where we are lacking and what could be the best way forward to address the issue of research, because it has to be lucrative, it has to be promising, then only the student will go there, and the mental ability of the student should be there so that he could pursue.
I think the answer is there in your question. It is the time that we now convert our teacher-centered learning into research-driven learning. We have to introduce the research right at undergraduate level. We have to encourage students to take up projects, and we have to give credit for those projects. And these projects should be live projects which have got real experience, where the student will be able to connect what he is learning in the classroom can be directly applied. He should be able to connect the two things. It should not be something which is created for the purpose of training. It should be a live project which should be relevant to the needs of the society, and all the universities and the national education policy must be oriented towards a research-driven educational system, where we focus on research at undergraduate level, where we focus on research at postgraduate level, and we also focus on research, of course, at PhD level. But the point here is we have to now come from the publications mode to patent modes, process development mode, problem solving mode. Then we will be able to create that interest, create that curiosity in student to take up the research career. So once this particular thing is done, I am sure that we will be able to achieve our goal of reaching the top 200 institutions. For your information, our Chancellor, Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, he has unraveled his vision 2020 for BITS Pilani, that he wants this institution to become one of the top 3 institutions in the country and one of the top 25 institutions in Asia. So accordingly, several measures have been taken by BITS Pilani in the last 3 years after he has taken over as Chancellor. So we are emphasizing on research and consultancy. A major thrust is being given to research and consultancy, and we want to focus on our faculty development. We want to improve our infrastructure, ICT infrastructure. So many things like that we have taken initiatives. I am sure such type of initiatives should be taken by all universities.
Exactly, sir. Sir, for all of these initiatives to come together and probably produce a good result, there has to be participation of the private parties also. How happy you have been with the collaboration, because earlier it was missing. Somehow there have been experiment in last couple of years. Is it up to the mark? Because majority of the times private organization, they say there is a gap what they required and what is being taught in the university. But when actually experiment was made where the private party was asked to actually either sponsor or probably set up some faculty or lab, there have not been the kind of response there should have been, and what majority of American universities are enjoying. That sort of thing are not actually also coming from private organization.
As I have mentioned, unless you make your research relevant to the needs of the private industry, why should they come? So you have to create a stake for the industry. That is, you are bringing their problems to your university, and then they will come forward to create a center of excellence for their problem solving efforts. They will come to the university with their problems. So this is the main thing that is not happening in India, whereas in the West, so many industries go to the universities for their research and development aspects, and especially in BITS Pilani through our practice school. So as I mentioned earlier, we have created a stake to the industry by telling them that our students will work on your problems. As a result, they are actually financing their entire cost of education during those 6 months, mainly because they are getting benefited out of the students' involvement, because the students are contributing to the productivity of the industry.
Great, sir. So one more thing that it has been actually said about the private parties, especially in education sector, that they are not actually cooperating in the changes. Minister for HRD, Mr. Kapil Sibal, he has been trying to bring some of the amendment and some of the regular bill to the parliament for the advancement in higher education, for disallowing the malpractices. But all those bills are stuck in the parliament. They are not getting the support of the opposition party or the political party. And even the minister told once time that the private party universities are so powerful that they are not actually somehow allowing these bills to go through, which is directed toward the raising the quality standard of the education, benefiting the educationists, the parents and the student. What you have to say on that one?
As a private institution, BITS Pilani will encourage any educational reform. We will completely support the educational minister in all those reforms that he would like to introduce. I would not agree with you that the private sector is not encouraging or not cooperating with the government in implementing various educational reforms. I somehow feel it is more in political circles rather than amongst the private industrialists or academicians.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful talking to you, sir. Thank you.